G'day and welcome back to Valheim. My name is Stave, and in today's episode I've started a new map. I've kept my old one because I'm going to salvage everything that I have on it, and this seems to be kind of something I can work with where I am now. There seems to be a nice little amount of resources. Actually, there might be an oak tree down there too. But I'm going to use this expansive flat area as a place to build a Scandinavian church. And the church's name is called the Borgund Stave Church. In Borgund, of course, and I'm going to see if I can use that as inspiration and create it here in this nice big, it's a bit of a hill, but I'm actually going to take the top off the hill rather than build up, because if I take the top off the hill I should be able to flatten it without having to use copious amounts of stone. And the other nice thing I think with this particular spot is I can hear them. There are necks in the water around me. And because I'm nearly completely surrounded by a moat, I could probably even dig a moat around myself. But if they have necks spawning in the water, I can actually get the neck meat, which is quite good at the start of the game. And then obviously the forest around me, I can hunt the boars and the deer and get myself the other form of meat, which is quite abundant in this particular area, which is nice. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to get myself down a workshop and just start flattening this area off. And I might have to do a quick trip off to Eichthir and just get that out of the way. But yeah, let's get stuck into it. Alrighty, I think I've got most of what I want done. I mean, I'll probably still need to take a little bit of a bite out of that area there just to fix that circle up. But I believe that I have my circle. Alright, let's have a look at this layout. This is about the third iteration I've actually had for this base. But this is the layout that I'm going to go with for the base of the church. And I'm going to have it so that it's built directly on the ground rather than on pillars. The next thing that I'd like to do is I'm going to actually build up the center of the church first. I've had all kinds of hassles basically doing these builds where you get to a certain height and it actually crumbles away from you. And so I want to actually build the center where the peak of the church will actually go first. And basically just going to build a bit of a staircase here until it gets to the maximum height, and then I know exactly what I'm working with. Alright, so that's orange now. We're getting close to the limit. I just need to finish the staircase off, and then we'll see what we can do with that. Yep, that is red. So that pretty much means that I'm at the height that I can, I'm going to have to stop here. So I guess now it's time to start the build. Get ourselves a floor up here, and we'll start building the top story of the church. Well, I think that's starting to take shape up the top there. I guess it's time to start working on the base and try and work upwards now and meet what I've already done. Oh my goodness, what a marathon. Well, that would be the first level done. Well, up we go, second story. Let's keep this build going. Alright, I reckon that's worth a look. Right, let's get out and have a look what it's like. Damn, would you look at that. It's coming together real nice. But there's still heaps to go. Alright, once again, let's get out and have a look. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, the skeleton is pretty much done. Really just need to get in there and fill in all the gaps now. And probably find some decorations to put on all the corners. Liking it. Well, I guess that will do it. Take those off just to make my character look a little bit less covered in fabric, and just because the command I'm a cheetah, and then free fly, I think it was. There we go. So here we have the building inspired by the Borgund Stave Church. It's actually come out pretty good. I was very happy that I was able to build the dragon adornments, but what the game probably needs is an actual cross. So I've just used small planks to basically do that, and it definitely needed it. Without it, it kind of looked a little bit bare and just kind of a uniform box kind of a shape, albeit that it's just building after building stacked on top of each other. But it does actually come out pretty close to the original. Obviously the steepness of some of the roofs is a little bit off, and we don't really have roofs that overhang, but I even got this little nook that actually seems to be in the original. And then when you actually look up here, the top section actually had these open points here as well, which I was very, very happy about. The only thing that's probably another thing that's missing is there's a spike on the original that goes across the top. And it would have been nice if I could have actually had this as a four-way roof piece instead of an open one. But that's all by the by. The other part that I haven't done is this rear section. And this rear section is actually different on the original. There's a circular shape or semicircular shape that comes off the back, and I haven't done that in this particular time. I think this is actually quite good enough. It's only inspired by the church. It's not meant to be an exact replica. I'm very happy with the building. I may still end up actually doing something at the back here, but it really isn't necessary. Get that off again. Alright, well, let me know what you think down in the comments. And really, I've probably got to get back to the actual game now and continue the actual quest line. I've got my main building. I do want to improve what will be a small village, and so I'll have a pathway that I'm planning on having coming down here out to that little point, and that point will be where I have my wharf. And on either side of the pathway, I'm going to put a forge and a carpentry, and that way I can do my leave all the stuff on the inside here. I'll fill this out here with basically 4 fireplaces, maybe a cauldron to replace some of that. But yeah, I'm liking it. Could possibly even in the corners here change these doors and actually have them closed off points, and I can put some portals there, and they can be basically my teleportation room. I'm liking it. There's some really good ideas here that I can work with. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Make sure that you go ahead and like the video if you did find this good, and consider subscribing and check out the other stuff that I do. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See you later.